had been to Montreal many times before. It was mostly for work. I'm returning to Montreal again today, but this time for vacation. Montreal is located on the Montreal Island at the confluence of the St. Lawrence and Ottawa rivers. It is Canada's second largest city and the largest city in the province of Quebec. As a Canadian, whenever I come to Montreal, it feels like I'm in another country. From the familiar French spoken around me to walking on the cobblestone street of Old Montreal, no other city in North America has the same charm. Some say that Montreal reminds them of Europe, while others say that it feels like a beautiful combination of both the old and the new world. French is the official language of Montreal, but many people in Montreal are bilingual and can also communicate in English. This linguistic diversity adds to the unique charm of the city. Montreal boasts the sixth best public transportation system in North America. The Montreal Metro is a rubber-tire underground rapid transit system. This time we stay in the Plateau area, just north of downtown Montreal. It is a neighborhood with a diverse range of styles. From dawn till dusk, the streets here are full of vitality. The Plateau area is often considered one of the most fashionable, beautiful, and intriguing districts in the city. The Old Port is one of the most attractive places in Montreal, attracting 6 million visitors every year. It's also one of the largest waterways in the world. Many events are often held here, including cultural, culinary, sports, and music events, as well as internationally renowned shows like Cirque du Soleil and the Igloo Fest. We reached one of the landmarks in the Old Port, the Clock Tower. It stands at the entrance of the harbor and was built between 1919 and 1922 to commemorate sailors who lost their lives at sea during World War I. Despite less than ideal weather today, we had a comfortable and an enjoyable time at the Old Port. Next to the Old Port is Jacques Cartier Square, a square in Montreal's Old Town. The surrounding old streets are filled with various restaurants and shops. As dusk approaches, people gradually gather at the square to spend enjoyable moments. This is the square in front of the Notre Dame Basilica of Montreal. This magnificent cathedral is located in the historic district of Old Montreal. It is one of the most visited landmarks in North America. The interior of the church is extremely impressive and is considered one of the masterpieces of the Gothic Revival architecture in the world. The Montreal Olympic Park consists of a series of venues and arenas. It is the site of many of the venues for the 1976 Summer Olympics. After renovations, the Biodome building was opened to the public in 1992 as a large indoor nature exhibition. The Olympic Stadium was the main venue of the Olympic Games. The Olympic spirit continues to be promoted. When in Montreal, you must climb up Montreal Park. We take the public trail to go up the mountain. The path is easy to walk and very comfortable. The woods on both sides are lush, and the scenery is unique in every season. Upon reaching the halfway point, we had to climb many steps to reach the lookout point. We have now arrived at the lookout point of Montreal. From here, we can overlook the eastern part of Montreal Island. What a beautiful view! Leaving the lookout point, we continue to ascend a short distance to reach the summit, where the Mount Royal Cross stands. It's widely known that Montreal is famous for its cuisine, ranging from well-established local traditional dishes to constantly innovating culinary creations. All make Montreal's culinary experience as exciting and as it is delicious. Of course, we wouldn't miss the opportunity to indulge in the food here again. We have arrived at the world-renowned Sweets Deli, famous for its smoked meat sandwich. Whenever the deli opens its doors, there is always a long line forming outside. The deli was founded by a Jewish immigrant in 1928. It retains its original facade and cooks according to the original recipes and standards. You must come and enjoy it in person. We also tasted some other famous Montreal food. Stay in Montreal, we decided to come here for a cup of coffee. The cafe is in a historic building dating back to the 1920s, which used to be the Royal Bank of Canada building. The architecture and original design here are stunning, with a wooden, gold-plated, and a plaster-coffered ceiling meticulously designed by Italian master Angelo Magnetti. People come here in the morning, either comfortably enjoy breakfast on sofas or finding a cozy room or a high table to sit down, opening their laptops and working while sipping coffee. What a unique place to drink, eat, work, rest, and meet. Montreal has many other places worth visiting and exploring. Let's save them for our next trip.